I have confidence because I'm not just anyone. I'm one of God's people. And that's a big deal because not everyone can say that. You see, you move different, you brag different when you're sponsored by God. I'm just going to start here first. No one is you. That is your power. You are one of one. Sis, you are as good, you are as gold, you are as dope as it gets. Let's start there. Honestly, I've never really had an issue with confidence. Growing up, my whole life, I grew up with parents, especially my father. My dad is a very confident man. He is so sure of himself. So I grew up in a home where I saw my parents, being confident in themselves. And my mom would always say, no one is better than you. But she would always remind me that I'm not better than anyone either. So for me, it was like I always moved through the world knowing that no one was better than me, and I clearly wasn't better than anyone. And being an African child, coming from Africa to America, it was really hard, having to adjust and even, having an accent and not being able to speak properly, and just so many things that you had to deal with growing up, adjusting from, being an African child coming to America. And that alone could affect your confidence. But fortunately for me, I grew up with parents. I grew up in a home where my people were so confident and sure of themselves that I never had to lack that, and I never had to worry about that. But girl, if you're lacking confidence, if you're feeling insecure, because it's so easy to, have those feelings consume you, especially in this society where we're constantly on social media and we're watching this, we're seeing this, we're comparing ourselves. But today, I am here to tell you that you do not ever again need to feel insecure, because you are gold. You are one of one. And if no one has told you that yet, I'm here to tell you. See yourself the way God sees you. I've said this before, but I really want you to comprehend what I'm saying. I want you to start moving into the world accordingly. After watching this video, everything you do, every room you walk into, every decision you make, every time you have these thoughts in your head, every time you want to put your head down, I want you to remember what I'm saying. See yourself the way God sees you, because in God's eyes, you are as dope as it gets. I mean, you were made in the image of God. Sis, how could you, where do you come from with being insecure? Where do you come from with lacking confidence? You are as dope as it gets. God loves you. God admires you. And I need you to start remembering, like, dang, if God loves me this much, what else? Who's a human being to make me feel less than? Who am I to make me feel less than? I want you to start thinking the highest of yourself. My confidence was like here because of, my baseline, my parents. But when I got to know God, my confidence went from here to the roof. Like, I walk in any and every room. I don't care who you are. I don't care what's going on. I belong there because I'm one of God's people. So you got to move differently because you're one of God's people. And I'm talking to the girls. I highly recommend God. I highly recommend God. When it comes to boosting your confidence, when it comes to wanting to stop being insecure, I highly recommend God. Because the way I talk, the way I carry myself, the way I move is because God is within me. See, I'm filled with peace. I don't have the spirit of insecurities. I don't have the spirit of lack of confidence. I don't have the spirit of lack of courage. I don't put my head down to no one. I don't care who you are, because I deserve to be there just as much as you. I need you to start reminding yourself that I have to look at myself the way God sees me. I have to see myself the way God sees me. I have to move accordingly, because girl, you're dope. There is no need to self-doubt. There is no need to lack confidence. There is no need to be insecure. God made you. Remember that every time. Nana said to start seeing myself the way God sees me every single time. And the moment you remind yourself to start seeing yourself the way God sees you, your spine is a little straighter. You stand a little taller. Your head is held high. You speak a little differently. You move differently. You carry yourself differently. Not everyone has access to you now because you're not just anyone. Is it fair to say that you're lacking confidence, you're dealing with insecurities because you're comparing yourself to others? Yes. Let's talk about that. Stop comparing yourself to others. Society has put us in a position where the moment you open your screen, there's always something, right? Someone's doing this. Someone's living their best life. Someone is accomplishing this. Someone is doing this. And we're so used to using someone else's success to bring us down. Instead of using that to inspire you, instead of using that to become a better version of yourself, you take that and you use it against yourself. Now you're filled with self-doubt because you don't think you're capable of doing it. You're filled with insecurities. You lack confidence because you decided to compare yourself with another woman. Instead of comparing yourself, what I do for me, when I go on social media and I see someone living my dream life, because that life is for me. When I see someone doing that, when I see another woman doing that, I'm inspired. The only thing I'm going to do is probably turn my phone off and get to work and focus on watering my own grass. I'm not going to let that make me feel less than. I'm not going to let that make me feel like I'm not capable of it. All it does is inspire me. You're lacking confidence because you keep comparing yourself. Take that girl's success and use that to your advantage to glow up, to become a better version of yourself, to pour back into yourself. Stop comparing yourself to your sister. That's our problem. That girl is your sister. That girl is your friend. That girl is your inspiration. That girl is your motivation. That girl should not be what causes you to be depressed. That girl should not be what causes you to be insecure about yourself. That girl is your sister. We need to stop comparing ourselves to others. We need to clap for the next girl and understand that your time will come. Clean out your circle. How do we boost our confidence? How do we stop being insecure? Let's clean out our circle. Let's wash things out. So if you're around people that is causing you to be insecure, if you're around people that is causing you to lack confidence, if you're around people that are bringing you down, let go. Remember, I just said that, right? We just talked about that. We're letting go of people and things that no longer serves us. So we're not going to keep talking about this, girl, right? Because we're done. We're done with that. We are expecting the best princess treatment only. So if you're coming into my life, I want peace, I want joy, I want happiness, I want growth. I want you to be able to educate me. I want you to be able to lead me. I want you to be able to protect me, vice versa. You gotta give the same energy. But anyone you allow in your life, I need you to be able to uplift me. If you're in my life and you're causing drama, you're making me feel bad about myself, you're bringing me down, I don't have time for it. Let go. Clean out your circle. Stop holding on to things that no longer serves you. Because sis, if you're dealing with these emotions, if you're feeling a certain way because of the people you have in your life, if anyone in your life is bringing you down, anyone in your life is causing you stress, anyone in your life that makes you feel less than, I don't think God intended for you to keep them in your life. That wasn't his plan. Let them go. This is something that no one really talks about. When it comes to boosting your confidence, when it comes to, not dealing with insecurities, all of those spirits, all of that energy that is within you that is not of God. You have no idea how many battles are being fought daily for you. You wake up in the morning and you go about your day. But you have no idea. It's a real thing. There's good and there's evil. And every single day, God is fighting the devil to protect his people. It's a real thing. It sounds cheesy. I'm a cheese ball. I really don't care. But every single day, you have no idea how many battles are being fought for you. The devil is constantly trying to take God's people. Do you know what the devil goes after? The most important thing that you have that the devil is after, I promise you, is not your money. It's your mind. The most important thing, I was watching this, I was watching TD Jakes and he was talking, and I think it's called Head First. There was a phase in my life where I was going through a lot and I felt like I was filled with all of these negative thoughts. I was just going through it. And I remember TD Jakes was talking and he said, head first. The devil wants your head. The devil wants your mind, because once the devil has access to your mind, it controls your entire body. Health and wellness. Prioritize your health and wellness. Fear, anxiety, stress, depression, insecurities, lack of courage, lack of confidence, those are not things from God. They're not from God. So when you're filled with things that makes you doubt yourself, when you're filled with this energy that makes you feel less than, when you're filled with this spirit that doesn't make you feel your best, that's not from God, because God brings happiness. God brings peace. God brings joy. God brings clarity. So when you're dealing with self-doubt and you're feeling insecure and you're lacking confidence and you have your head down and you don't think you're good enough, sis, that is the devil. That is not of God. So here's what you need to start doing. Pray about it. Yeah, pray about it. That's cool. But here's another thing. Prioritize your health and wellness. The importance of moving your body. Some of you want to be confident, but you don't work out. I want you to connect the two. Some of you want to be confident. Some of you want to stop dealing with lack of confidence. Some of you want to stop dealing with insecurity. Some of you want to stop being depressed. Some of you want to stop dealing with anxiety, but you don't move your body. Let me tell you. See, your body wasn't designed to just every single day consuming food and not exercising. There are times where I feel sluggish, I don't feel my best, and I know it's because I didn't work out. And every time I exercise, every time I move my body, I feel so much better. I feel like I can take over the world. If you want to take over the world, if you want to stop being insecure, if you want to be confident, if you want to walk into every room like God sent you there, pray about it. But sis, you also got to go move your body. I know you're so busy pouring back into everyone else. I get it. But you have to really prioritize your health and wellness. You have to make sure that you're sleeping enough. I know you're grinding and you have to be successful and you have so much on your plate. What is sleep? There's this thing where everyone's like idolizing not sleeping and only getting 5 hours of sleep or whatsoever. Go get some sleep for your mental. Because you're fighting something that's bigger than you. You've been invaded. You have things within you that is not supposed to be there. Because you're not supposed to be filled with lack of confidence or self-doubt or insecurities. That is not of God. And if you're filled with that, that means there's something invading you. Something is inside of you that should not be there. Stop everything you're doing and prioritize your health and wellness. Start eating healthier foods. Go into nature and get some sunshine. Get some fresh air. Drink water. Move your body. Take your vitamins. Pour back into yourself this way, because once you start taking care of your mind and your mind and your body takes care of you. You're not taking care of yourself. You're neglecting yourself. So what's happening? You're filled with anxiety. You're depressed. You're stressed. You're worried. You have fear. You have all of these things within you that is invading you that is not supposed to be there. Prioritize your health and wellness. That is the only way you're going to be confident. That is the only way you're going to stop dealing with insecurities. That is the only way you're going to be your best. The last thing I really want to touch on before ending this video is when it comes to boosting your confidence, it's a simple mindset shift. A simple mindset shift. I was talking to my man and I asked him, I said, if you were to give advice to someone on how to boost their confidence, how to build confidence, what would you say? And he said, it's simple. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. And I was just like, yeah, that's true. Change your mindset. Your problem is you keep thinking someone else is better than you. Someone else is more important than you. Someone else brings more to the table than you. Your problem is you've prioritized everything and everyone over you. That's it. That's it. That's where the problem is. When you remember that you are gold, when you remember how much value you bring to the world, when you remember how dope you are, when you start remembering who you are, you stop dealing with insecurities. See, the people in your life, if they're the reason for you to be dealing with insecurities, let them go. Like I said, my videos are always short, but they're always sweet and informative. I thank you again so much for 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of you so much. I thank you all so much for the love. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my community. Thank you for being my sister. Thank you for growing with me. I really, really, really am grateful for this community. I just want to let you know, again, I'm going to keep pounding this in your head as much as I can. You are gold. I'm not just saying it. You are gold. You just got to remember that. You just got to remember that, hey, I'm gold. You gotta start moving accordingly. Keep your head up every single time. Before you wake up, right when you wake up in the morning, pray. If that's what you need, because I know that once I pray, I'm filled with all the things that I need, all the tools that I need to take on that day. Pray. Ask God to fill himself within you and take away any and everything that is in you that is not of you. Ask God to take away insecurities, self-doubt, lack of courage, lack of confidence, negative thoughts, negative energy, anything that is inside of you that is stopping you from growing, that is stopping you from becoming your best self. Ask God to take that away, and he will do that for you. But then in real life, you also have to start moving accordingly. Stop dealing with people that no longer serves you. Stop dealing with situations that no longer serves you, and move and see yourself the way God sees you. I promise you, sis, you have no reason to lack confidence. You have no reason to be insecure. You have no reason to be filled with anxiety. You have no reason to self-doubt. You have no reason to lack courage. You have no reason to lack confidence. You are beautifully made. You are as dope as it gets. And if the people don't see it around you, let them go. And start bringing people in your life that's going to value you. Start bringing people into your life that's going to bring peace, happiness, joy. Start bringing people in your life that's going to uplift you. My tribe will go to war for me. And that alone makes me confident in myself. Because if God forbid I fall, my tribe, God's coming in. I mean, with soldiers to protect me. I'm not just anyone. And I know that, so I move accordingly. I speak accordingly. I carry myself accordingly. I don't just let anyone have access to me, because my energy, the spirit, the blessings that I have on me, I want to make sure that if you come into my circle, because that blessing, that anointing that I have on my life is going to touch you too. So I'm very mindful of who comes into my circle. I am literally one of one. You got to start thinking the same way. I'm not better than you, sis. I just believe in myself. I just have confidence. I'm just sure of myself because I have God, because I have a solid tribe. So if you want to boost your confidence, just start. Just start today. Just start believing in yourself already, because you don't need the money. You don't need the fame. You don't need the clothes. You don't need any of that. You are enough already. I just need you to remember that. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video.